Hello guys, it's Loquente19 here, and now it's time to review one of the best episodes that Dragon Ball Super has had. I'm just talking for Dragon Ball Super series in general. It was that good. An unbelievable episode. I really couldn't believe my eyes that I was seeing this, especially going with not my hopes so high up, besides Vegeta's transformation that you are seeing on your screen right now. Other than that, I didn't think that this episode was going to deliver at all. I didn't believe that, and they did. They actually did deliver. And I couldn't believe my eyes, as I was saying. But now let's recap and let's talk from the episode, from the start to the beginning. Oh, and yeah, Vegeta got a new form. But we'll talk more about that later on. This episode starts immediately with Jiren telling Vegeta that you did great, warrior. And it cuts to like the god saying that it is a huge deal when Jiren actually acknowledges you. It is that big of a deal, and I really couldn't believe it because, you know, Jiren is being really hyped up, but that hype is not going anywhere. The Toei, the writers, Toriyama, whoever is deciding this is actually doing such a great job maintaining Jiren at such high pedestal that I couldn't even believe it myself. They really don't want to bring him down. So that tells me that they are still planning quite some things for the future episodes of Dragon Ball Super. So it's like Vegeta is like on the ground, but he tells Goku that he's able to tell that Jiren is not going full power. That is clear. That is being said clear. But while Goku knows and is already aware of the fact that he has to fight Jiren, they cut to Dispo versus Frieza, and Dispo is literally still grabbing Frieza and throwing him around, just throws him, and we have that big smoke who is beautifully animated come there, and Frieza is like, actually Frieza uses one of his death beams to actually get himself out of the situation or not make it worse, for us to actually realize that Frieza is not hurt at all. Despite anything that we saw in the last episode, Frieza is not hurt at all, and he tells Frieza, or actually Dispo first tells Frieza that this is the power of Dispo from the Pride Troopers. These guys are really proud to be Pride Troopers, and I actually kinda like that. This show is really doing well with it, and this episode was so well written that it was amazing. And Frieza goes like, to defeat me you will have to do a lot more than that, or something along these lines. Frieza is literally like, okay, you did nothing, and this way it's like, okay, this guy is such a big deal, and he actually gets kinda shocked. Really, man, you actually, okay, this is the thing, he actually tried to avoid fighting Frieza before, but now he's like shocked, and haven't you seen Golden Frieza yet? So that is kind of the thing that throws me off a little bit, but still the writing was very good. And they immediately jump to Gohan and Android 17 fighting against Toppo. So both of them are attacking him at the same time, and they are doing nothing. So Gohan and Android 17 gather together, and 17 tells him that I got a plan and I'm going to stop Toppo and I'm going to create an opening for you. Gohan at first is like, okay, but he does it, and he puts him on that on his barrier. Android 17 puts Toppo on his barrier that he usually uses, and it's like, and we see Gohan up, and it is so beautifully animated that we see Gohan jump, and he's like, Kamehameha. He throws the Kamehameha, but actually Toppo is able to break through 17 and actually put them both in danger, but in the end both manage to stay on stage. Basically both of them are staying on stage, and we go back to Goku versus Jiren. It was about to start, Goku is all ready, and you can see kinda Goku powering up, and the storyboard was amazing because you could clearly tell everything. It was job well done. For real, I didn't think that anybody could come close to what Shida did. But let's face it, this episode was pretty close in terms of storyboarding. Animation wise, not close as to what Takashi did, but still better animation than I actually expected. So I'm gonna give them that. Especially considering the fact that Toei is leaving their biggest or their best animators for later on. So around in January, you are not going to get any more animated, very good animated episode. So now we continue with Goku actually teleporting. He is using instant transmission constantly. He's going close to Jiren, he's moving away. You can see Goku running around, and people are wondering what is going on. Shin actually points out what is Goku doing, but Piccolo and Krillin are actually sure that Goku has a plan because let's face it, it's Goku. And then we cut to that part where we see bombs everywhere put by Goku. But of course this is just for us, the viewers. Jiren is not aware of that, because he's too focused on what Goku is doing. So Jiren actually steps into one of the bombs and all of them explode. And Goku goes high up in a mountain, quote unquote, or the rocks, I should say. He goes up on the rocks and he doesn't see Jiren. And basically it kind of gives you that feeling that actually Jiren fell, or they are going to give something more. But actually you see Jiren up, and Vegeta is actually telling Goku that he's up there. And Goku then sees Jiren and he is going for his Kenzan technique. He throws a Kenzan at Goku, but Jiren is not just able to dodge it, but he actually grabs one of the Kenzan, and here we are talking about one of the strongest techniques in the whole Dragon Ball franchise. Besides Cell, nobody is shown to be able to do something to Kenzan, as far as I'm aware, or I completely forgot everything else. But my brain just tells me that besides Cell, when he first transforms and Krillin throws his Kenzan at him, nobody was able to do that. But he is able to grab Kenzan and throws it back at Goku. And it was seen such a well done, and Goku is able to dodge it, and Jiren actually goes, I don't want to say full power, but he definitely powers up. Jiren has definitely powered up, and he seems way more mad than he usually is. So that tells you that what Goku did is really something. It's not something really that small. It is something. And Goku and Jiren are starting to fight with each other, and Goku just throws one Kenzan, and actually Jiren is able to dodge it and attacks Goku, if I'm remembering correctly. He attacks Goku, and you see that Goku is falling off. And when Goku is falling off, the storyboarding there is so amazing that you see the Kenzan coming and actually is cutting that rock, and this is close, or basically Jiren is falling off the stage. That is what is happening there. Jiren is falling off the stage. But he is able to climb into some rocks, while Goku transported himself with the instant transmission to Vegeta. Jiren is able to actually throw himself from rock to a rock and just dodge all of that. Nothing is having Jiren there. He's like all mad, and you see him walking through Goku's bombs and not giving a single damn care. He doesn't care at all. He's walking through the bombs and nothing is really getting him. And you know that kind of there, you know that shit is getting real. And Goku and Jiren go and fight each other once again, and Goku couldn't believe how powerful Jiren got. Basically, how shocked Goku was, he went on his base form. That tells you that it's kind of like, okay, I can't do shit here. That is how Goku felt for a moment there. And Jiren attacks Goku once again and just throws him close to Vegeta. And now we have Goku and Vegeta both standing up. And you have both of them powering up. So at first we see Goku, then we see Vegeta, both are powering up at the same time. And you see Goku saying Kaioken, so Goku goes Kaioken just like we saw on the preview. And then the interesting part happens. As Vegeta is powering up, you can truly see Vegeta shaking. So basically the same thing that Goku was trying to do on the last episode, where we see Goku going at Jiren and just kind of powering up and going beyond his powers. This is what Goku was trying to do, but he failed. But on this case, Vegeta did not fail. Vegeta is able to break through his shell because he remembered Koba, or Kobe, however you call him, and the promise that he made to him. That was such a huge thing for this episode that made this episode 100 times better. If it wasn't enough with Goku vs Jiren thing. So we see both of them just powering up, and Vegeta's aura is starting to change. It is going darker blue, as you can see from the picture. It is darker blue, his eyes are shining, and the explanation? Well, it is clear enough. First you get Piccolo saying that his power doesn't feel like Super Saiyan Blue. He has gone beyond that. But they recap from what we said in episode 110 when Goku became Ultra Instinct. We explained it Ultra Instinct as Goku breaking through his shell. But this time, what is explained here is with Grand Prix saying that Vegeta broke his shell from the Super Saiyan Blue, and this happened. So what I got here is that all of Vegeta's training that he has done in Dragon Ball Super, or maybe even his lifetime, but I want to say Dragon Ball Super because it had to do with the Super Saiyan Blue. Ever since he attained Super Saiyan Blue, there was some power hidden on him. There was some power hidden on Vegeta that he couldn't really access to. So this is kind of like that full power Super Saiyan Blue that Toyotaro made on the manga, except that it is shown or portrayed differently here. This is how I understood it. So you see Vegeta differently. Vegeta is different. We saw that from the ending, we saw that from the preview, but the best explanation that I could give to this is what I was saying before. Vegeta, all of his training had accumulated some inner power within him that Vegeta could not access. So this, him being really, him wanting to keep his promise, him being desperate to keep his promise, and having somebody so strong in front of him and feeling hopeless, this is how Vegeta felt. Vegeta felt hopeless, and both, even for Goku, because that is what they were trying to tell you. That is why Goku went on his base form, because he felt hopeless. He felt like he couldn't do anything. This is how he felt, at least. And that is why these guys triggered more power within them. And for Goku, it didn't trigger any kind of transformation, even though we can say that he got stronger. We still don't know that. But they both got a lot stronger. But Vegeta was able to put all of his inner power out. So Goku's inner power was Ultra Instinct that he doesn't really know how to tap into by himself. And this is Vegeta's inner power, beyond Super Saiyan Blue. Ultra Instinct is for Goku, beyond Super Saiyan Blue is for Vegeta. So I hope you guys are understanding this. Beyond Super Saiyan Blue. Both of these forms could kinda tell you that they are authentic in some kind of ways, but also the same, as both trainings are paying off here. Vegeta's training was different from Goku's, you could say, because he went more into Room of Spirit and Time, and that is why he might have even more power than Goku. We still don't know that. But what is said from the episode, I don't kinda believe it, even though, let's just move on. Goku and Vegeta both go against Jiren. This is actually special, because you don't really see such scenes in the Anyway, you see them in the Dragon Ball movies. We saw that with the Cooler episode, but Cooler's Revenge movie, I wanted to say, we saw that with the Cooler's Revenge movie. We saw something like that, but not completely. Here you see both of them just going straight at Jiren, and actually Whis points out the fact that Vegeta and Goku don't have that much chemistry between each other. Jiren is not actually able to read their movement. And they are actually creating trouble to Jiren, which was amazing, and it was explained so well. But one thing that I want to point out that I actually forgot is when both of them are powering up, Jiren goes like, "Go on, give me all what you have." Basically, this guy doesn't care, and that tells me that he hasn't been showing his full power. Not yet. He has just powered up a bit more. That's it. That is all what Jiren has been doing up until now. And his full power is going to come later on. And from the preview, I just want to touch briefly. I don't think that they are going to touch upon Goku versus Jiren that much. They will, and I hope they do, but it kind of scares me. This is all what I have to say, because these two episodes have been great. 2018 has started so well for Dragon Ball Super, and if I had to give these episodes a rating, I would say 9 out of 10 for both. Both weren't 10 out of 10 for me, but 9 out of 10, which makes them, if I had to make a top 5, which makes them second and third respectively. And as for first, I have a full video on it breaking it down, so you can go and check it out. Thanks for watching, guys. I hope you enjoyed this. If you did, please leave a like, comment your thoughts on the episode down below, and subscribe to the channel with notifications enabled in order not to miss out in any further content. Have a great time, guys. Bye.